Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Martial Consulting channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how you, as dojo owner, can basically think more like a seven-figure dojo owner. Um, Before we start, everything in this video, I want you to take it with like a pinch of salt, so to speak, because I personally have never run a dojo, nor have I ever brought a dojo, like have I never brought my own dojo to seven figures, so to speak. But I still believe by just absorbing seven-figure dojo owners, so by just absorbing like successful dojo owners in general, all of that good stuff, like millionaires in general, I guess I get a really good understanding on how you have to think in order to get to seven figures, or in order to get to like multiple seven figures whatsoever. Now, the first thing that I want you to basically understand is it sounds simple. Everything I'm gonna tell you now is gonna sound simple, but is you basically have to go through pain. And like with pain, I don't mean like physical pain, I mean psychological pain of doing the work even when you don't feel like doing it, right? So you're gonna sit there and, like, for example, you don't want to do your taxes, but you're gonna have to do them, right? Like then you basically push through the psychological pain. Pretty easy to understand stuff. I've talked about this concept like, I don't know, God knows so many times already on this channel. So watch a few videos. Like I think there is like one video like 6 videos ago or something like that, like maybe 4 videos ago, something like that, where this what's which is called like um the only video you ever need to scale your dojo, something like that. And I want you to just go ahead and watch this one in order to understand like the pain concept a little more. I'm not going to talk about this now. It's probably stupid that I say this right now, because then like you're gonna click off this video, maybe click on another video, click on the old video, because for retention it's probably not the best thing to do. But who gives a fuck about retention? Let's just keep it real here, and let's just talk about how you can get to seven figures and how you can basically think like a seven-figure dojo owner. Now, the first thing I want you to realize, or I want you to come in terms with, is that your life as of right now is probably looking something like this, where you have an up here and then you have a down here, and then you have an up here again and a down here again. So it's like up and down, right? And like, I mean, this basically with everything in your life. So you have like 1 month which is going really good, you're getting like a fuck ton of leads and people sign up at your school whatsoever, and then like 2 months later, 2 weeks later, even whatever, right? It's just not going good at all. You're not generating any leads. The work feels 10 times harder, etc., etc. um and you just don't really do the work, so you're kind of stuck in this cycle where it's like, well, you always go from like one top to like one trough. I mean, it's normal in business, right? There, you're not always going to be on top of the world, and like um it's gonna suck, pretty obvious, right, when you do this. But this cycle basically means like, all right, here you get like, I don't know, 5 leads a day, and like people sign up whatsoever, and then down here it means like you get no leads, people don't really sign up, sales seem to be 10 times harder, people just tell you, yeah, I'm not interested at the moment, whatever. Like when you're up here again, everyone seems to sign up whatsoever. And you basically go from one peak to another trough, or at the peak you feel really really good, you feel like, yeah, I'm gonna do X, like you just do all the work, you just crush it, you feel not particularly motivated, but you just feel like, yeah, I'm gonna crush today, like this is gonna be a good day. You feel, let's say, more disciplined. And like when you're at the bottom, it's like you're always questioning, like, yeah, is this really gonna work out? You maybe feel burned out because you did a lot of work in the past, etc., etc. And I can tell you, if you would all like, I hope this resonates with you. Maybe this is also differently with you, with like your bank balance, for example. Like when you're up here, like your bank balance looks really good, all of the financial stuff looks really good, and when you're down here, it just looks complete trash. It looks like complete dog shit. Um, I'm hoping that this resonates with you, and before we continue, let's do a quick water break. And basically, what you'll have to do, oh, ideally, what you do is that when you're at the top, you basically always stay here, like, um, because then it would be super super easy to get to seven figures, right? Now, the difference between most dojo owners and people that actually get to seven figures is that they're able to break the cycle and to kind of still go from like a trough to a peak, but then it's like it's not that huge anymore, right? So they go maybe through like small troughs and smaller peaks, right? And then their cycle doesn't look like this on like a complete straight scale, so to speak. No, it looks like a straight scale that goes up, but then it's like it goes up and it goes down, it goes up and it goes down, but it's like it goes like this, like a stock. It goes basically up. I'm just realizing right now how fucking stupid it is to explain this to you with my hands, basically. But it basically goes like this still, but it goes up. And like for most people, it just goes like this, and then it goes like straight. And the important thing here is the average, because when you're at the top, it's cool. When you're at the bottom, it's shit. But what's actually the average? That's the important stuff. And as long as the average is going good, that's cool. Let me give you an example. I think this makes it a little more tangible for you to understand. So let's say here, when you're at the top, always you generate like 5 leads per day. Let's just say leads per day. You generate 5 leads per day. Lead cost is good. Everything is good. When you're at the bottom, you generate 0 leads per day. Then let's say per month you have like a few days on top, a few days down here, whatever. But the average then would be 2.5 leads per day. Not 5 leads, not 0 leads, it would be 2.5 leads. That's saying that you generate on like 50, or like if the month has 30 days and I got 15 days, you generate 5 leads. On 15 days, you generate 0 leads. The average isn't like 5 leads or 0 leads, the average is 2.5 leads. You're probably like, well, that's pretty obvious, but basically it's like that with everything. When up here people really seem to sign up, and down here no one seems to sign up, well, it's like the average is important, right? It doesn't matter how good you're at the top or how bad you're at the bottom, although it does matter to a certain degree. But what's really mattering is that the average looks good, right? Now you may ask yourself, right, how do I do this then? Well, you do this by basically stopping going into a trough. Or like when you go to the trough, you want to up the trough. Like you don't, like when you're up here, you don't want to fall on like completely to down here. You want to fall just a little bit, right? And then the next time you fall even less, so to speak, right? So you kind of make progress upward, as I said a second ago. And how you do this is by basically flipping the floors. So you basically go ahead and make, like, when you're up here, you have to see this as like the worst thing that can happen to you, right? Like when you're up here, you have to see it like you're down here right now. That's basically how you get out of this, and how you make exponential progress, and how you get completely up. And that's what, at least what I've seen people that make 7 figures do. And this is gonna be hard, because usually when you're up here, you feel pride, you feel comfortable, you feel like it's going good, etc. And when you're down here, you're just feeling anger. But you basically have to be angry when you're at the top. Like when everything is going perfect, you have to be angry. To celebrate that would be the stupidest thing you can do. Because, well, when you celebrate, when you're like happy that you're up there, like this is the worst thing you can do. As I said, like this won't bring you anything. The only thing this will do is that it will bring you down again. Like you have to be fucking angry then that you're not yet where you want to be in. Because what's gonna happen then is when you're up here, like when you're at the top, you'll see this as your bottom, and you'll just go even further ahead, and then you're still pissed, so to speak, right? And this is like an endless cycle. Now, the caveat is kind of, you can burn yourself out with this and like still take time off, so to speak, of course, but that's basically how you get out of this. And like, as I said, the main thing for this is just pain, because you basically always have to kill your current self psychologically, not physically, in order to grow into the evolving self. And yeah, that's super important. It could also be the same when you're like, when you're always down here, you always watch Netflix and like you're really lazy. And when you're up here, you're like on top of the world. You stick to everything. You meditate. Your diet is clean, etc., etc. That's that's basically it for the most part of today's video. You basically want to stay at the top. You basically want to make when you're at the top, you want to make this your bottom. And then what's gonna happen is that you're gonna still get into like small troughs, small peaks whatsoever, but they basically go gradually up, because the average is looking good. Other than that, that's everything I wanted to give you as a lesson in this video. I hope this helps, and I hope this kind of helps you to get out of this trench, so to speak, where you're going from one peak to another trough whatsoever. Again, the average is what's important. Nothing else really matters. And other than that, check out the first link in the description if you want more students for your dojo, and I'll see you in the next one.